Hey guys, welcome to a new video. In today's video, I wanted to talk about image-only designs, specifically on Redbubble. We can go ahead and look at other websites later at a different time, but today let's go ahead and look at Redbubble image-only designs. When you look at this page right here, and you look at this page right here, and you look at this page right here, there's something pretty common within all of them. The first 10 designs, out of the first 10 designs, for every single one, has sub 10%, 10% or less for text-based designs. I mean, there isn't a single text-based design here. This has text, but it's not a text-based design. It's a mixture of text and image. We have this one as well, which includes text and image as well. And then we have this one, which is mostly image. I mean, yes, you have a little bit of element of a text here, maybe some here, maybe here, but then again, that doesn't make the image. I don't think this image would get any less sales if it didn't have this piece of text on it, whether it's Chinese, Japanese, whatever language that is. Maybe somebody who's listening knows how to read that. But the point is that do image-based designs work? Most definitely, they do work. The question is how do they work? And I think what it comes down to is competition. When you create an image-only design, let's just say like this, which is actually a pretty cool design. I think it's pretty funny, pretty cute, good looking, right? When you look at this design, or this design, or this design, all of these are image-based designs. There's no text in them whatsoever. And it works, but it also comes with more competition. What text does to a certain image is it helps essentially filter the competition because it makes the niche more specific. So what's an example of that? An example of that is right here. So this is a tiger, right? Tiger, by nature, is a short tail keyword. We have this lesson in the Autopilot Passive Income Redbubble tagging course. I'll leave a link in the description to the course right here. We have this lesson in the course where we go more in depth on it. But I want you to understand something. When you create a design, right, by nature, most of the time, it is going to be less long tail than something with text in it. If it's less long tail, aka if it's more long tail, if it's short tail, then by definition, most of the time, it will be less competitive, or more competitive. Let me explain. So here's the keyword tiger. We have 142,000 results, right? If we write tiger, and then we write something like year of the tiger, or something related to tiger, so tiger, year of the tiger, right? There's 8,000 results. So you go from something, this is a fraction, effectively, of what we had before. So we have 142,000, and here we have 8,000. The reason why that happened is because it becomes more long tail. Very, very interesting, right? So something that's more long tail means traffic is less by nature because demand is less. But we also know that it's less short tail, which means that it's more specific. And more specific means less competition. Does that make sense? Because by nature, 140,000 results is more competitive than 8,000 results. Now, it's not wrong to compete in either one because it depends completely on your strategy. If you haven't seen some of my other videos on my other channel, then you might not know that you can actually create a design in a competitive niche and still succeed. Now, is that the way that most people succeed? The answer is no. That's not the way that most people succeed. But it's possible. And how can you do that? Well, you can use the Redbubble Favorite Automator to naturally and artificially artificially, not naturally, but artificially increase your ranking. You can use an Instagram bot to get the sales. You can use a lot of different things that amplify your sales. You can use a blog. You can create a blog that promotes traffic to the different design and get sales that way. The more sales a design gets, the higher it ranks for the relevant keywords that it selects. And now Redbubble is actually changing because it's playing into a game of relevancy in keywords more than ever than it has before. Now, it's been 2-3 years in the making, but we've actually spoken about this, and I'm going to talk about this on my other channel when I kind of bring up this topic, where accounts now that have been dealing with account spamming, tag spamming, are going to feel the pain, especially within the next few months, and even more so in the future. There's more shadow bans than ever before. There's more spammers being taken down ever before on Redbubble. So they're making a valiant effort to get rid of these individuals. So I can't say that I'm angry with Redbubble. I think they're just trying to figure their way out of this. But with that being said, the relevancy of your keywords are going to be much, much more important than ever before. And for those who have been tagging properly, you're going to notice more results over time. And the people who aren't, well, they're going to feel the pain. And so the point here is, with everything that I'm saying, is that image-based designs or image type of designs on Redbubble do work. They have their time, they have their place. If you're trying to create an image-based design now in a very high competition niche, once again, it's not impossible to rank and to get sales. The first thing is you have to make sure your keywords are relevant, and specifically including your tags. The second thing you have to do is you have to figure out, how can I artificially increase my rank? And once again, we've spoken about this. Use the Redbubble favorite automator, right? You start getting sales from outside sources. Next thing you know, you're going to start ranking. But if you think that you're going to create an image-based design in a very competitive market and then all of a sudden start to get sales, your chances are slim to none, pretty much effectively nothing, because you're jumping into a market where you're one of hundreds of thousands, and it's not really relevant to the sales process. You're just not going to be seen. So how can you do that? How can you be seen? Well, like I said, you rank higher. How do you rank higher? You get more sales from outside the platform. If you know that you're not going to attempt to do that, if you have seen our last video, we talked about Instagram marketing and Redbubble. If you know you're not going to do the marketing, if you know you're not going to do the push, if you know you don't care about having the right keywords and all that, well, then you should stick to long-tail keywords. You should stick to things that are going to be less competitive versus the higher competitive niches. Now, the higher competitive niches, well, they're higher competition for a reason. There's more money to be made there. If something is higher competition, by default, it becomes more profitable over time. So if you can rank higher and you know how to rank higher, like I said, I mentioned how to do that many, many times, and I'll actually make a formal video on that in the future, then you have a great path to success when it comes down to Redbubble. And really what success and the way I measure success on Redbubble is simple. I create a certain amount of designs, I do a certain set of work, whatever that work may be, and then I reap the rewards, and I don't have to go back to it ever again and work on it ever again. To me, that's passive income. Now, currently, I'm building portfolio income, where I'm constantly building that portfolio. I'm doing that through my virtual assistants, for example, through my own work. And I'm building up that portfolio so that I can continue to take advantage of that. The point here, and with everything that I'm saying, is that there are certain details, small details that you don't want to miss when it comes down to Redbubble and a lot of different things on Redbubble. And some of the rules you want to keep in your mind. The things that we talked about when it comes to short tail and long tail traffic, very important. You want to understand the competition around these things. You want to understand how to rank higher. You want to understand all these things so that when you actually do make a post on Redbubble, you come through an informed decision. The more informed you are and the more you know what you're going to do, well, then that means you have a game plan. And if you have a game plan, you're going to be much more likely to be successful in your avenue than most other people, because let's face it, most people go on Redbubble, they have no game plan, they have no ideology, they have nothing, they just start posting and they expect to get somewhere. And it's not a coincidence that over 80% of the sellers on Redbubble don't make money. It's not a coincidence whatsoever. So figured I'd make this video, help some people out, and I'll talk to you guys later. If you have questions, leave them in the comments down below. See you soon. Peace out. Bye.